Hello and welcome to Nudgy Week, where we go back to 2017 round one, where Nudgy hosts Gregory Terrace and Ross Oval. My name is Michael Chettle, and joining me as usual is my old sparring partner, Nick Davaniza. Davo. 2017, only a few years ago, but plenty of big names in this game this afternoon.
Well, it feels all very familiar, doesn't it, Chets? Hello to you, hello to everyone tuning in. Yeah, because it was just last week we covered the previous year's edition, the 2016 Battle of the Colours, where Gregory Terrace went on snapper 12-year losing streak. And for 2017, I think the story went a bit better for Nudgy, getting their revenge.
Well, the big game, big names also. We see the team list coming up this afternoon. We've got Nudgy College, the lineup. Tom Ford, Brendan Bell and Harry Vella, Kale Manu, Harrison Cannon, Ethan Bullimore, Hayden Mosley and Bailey Toto in the back row. Some really big bodies there. Phoenix Hunt and Rajan Pasatoa, Jangala Bennett. I wonder what he'll pull out this afternoon with Ethan Robbins on the other wing. Joseph Small, Xavier Solly and dangerous Dan Atkinson at fullback.
A very strong Nudgy team, and Terrace certainly the underdogs coming in. Just Harry Wilson, the second row, returning from the all-star trio of Australian schoolboys last year. But in the front row, Levi White, Ethan Dobbins and Malvin Mavega. In the second row, that man, Harry Wilson, partnered by Jacob Stocker in the number 4 jersey. In the back row, Charlie Round, Cam Howard and the future Australian schoolboy skipper Will Roach, only in grade 11. In the halves, Will Kirk and Matt Legrand. On the wings, Glenn Vaihu and Tyrone Metasela Suapaia. In the centres, I should say, Hawani Ford-Stevens, Dan Condon, and at fullback, Byron Ronnie Ralston.
Well, I really look forward to watching this young man, Will Roach, play. We've seen him over the last number of years. He's just a perfect on-the-baller from my knowledge of Will.
So this is a big game, Chats, because there are a few of the blokes who went on to become big stars in this competition. Australian schoolboys, captains, all playing in their first ever first 15 match. And I look at this, Harry Vella, 3 years in the Nudgy first 15, back-to-back captain in 2018 and 19, I believe. Rajan Pasatoa, 3 years, 2 premierships to show for it. And then for Gregory Terrace, Glenn Vaihu playing in his first game of a 3-year first 15 career as well.
So we see the pre-game, Rowan Hoff, very experienced referee. Big crowd as we've seen at Ross Oval over many years.
Well, for going into 2016 season, Gregory Terrace had won just 3 from 30 of their last matches against Nudgy College. They snapped that drought last year. I think a big crowd right now expecting the rivalry to be well and truly back. And didn't they get a show for it? A match that went down to the final wire. An enormous crowd. Ross Oval looking as good as it's ever looked in crystal clear high definition.
So kick off, we see Nudgy running from right to left. As you said, Davo, perfect afternoon for rugby. Beautiful crowd, beautiful weather. Ryan Hoffman says, let's go. Kick off into the middle of the ground. Just outside the 22-metre line. Phoenix Hunt, the skipper, goes to the left-hand side, but it comes just rumbling out of the 22-metre line. Taken back inside the 22, right foot kick. The crowd full of voice early. Just looking what's in front. Coming around, Nudgy taking on the Terrace defence. Hunt looking for runners. Pasatoa, they're looking, there's numbers out here, Tauto. Just on the right-hand side. Who's out there? Bullimore, the big rumble of future Bronco. Well, no scrum half there. Hunt's been caught up in the breakdown. Tom Ford knows only one way, but good contact by Jacob Stocker. Hunt with a crisp pass, shapes to kick. Mosley, one-handed offload.
This is building nicely.
Cut out pass to Bennett. Jungler Bennett dancing around, beats another couple of tackles. Will Kirk, scrum half for Gregory Terrace. Oh, goes straight through, another offload. These offloads are killing Gregory Terrace early. Well, that was a good start to the play by Nudgy.
Wasn't it polished? They had multiple playmakers stepping in, pulling the strings all over the field. And Jungler Bennett, we should mention, another first 15 debutant, goes on to a big thing later today and next year as well. That man, centre of screen. And I think warning signs ringing out for Gregory Terrace, as this looks like a Nudgee team that know what they're doing.
Very high-paced start there from Nudgee, and getting those arms free early with big bodies and actually a bit of pace of the Nudgee team. There's going to be a long afternoon.
Certainly some great skills on show. Hayden Mosley, the open side flanker, the younger brother of Liam Mosley, who is Nudgee's 2015 halfback, with a great offload.
Yeah, Mosley's got a big upper body on him too, so it's a good open side flanker. Should.
Oh, what a great line there. Jim Clark, the former Gregory Terrace captain of 1927. A controversial charge down try. Still being talked about today. And a very vocal Gregory Terrace crowd. Well, hasn't a win over Nudgee brought the passion back to the red and black?
The natives are getting restless at 1 minute 49 into the game. How good's this? And we've seen Darbo, we've been involved for a number of years now watching these Battle of the Colours, and just this Ross Oval atmosphere is sensational.
One of the all-time great Battle of the Colours, I think. This match lacks for nothing in skill, for drama.
We just see on the bottom right-hand screen there, I think we've got Josh Fluke coming on after just a minute. So
the future Queensland Reds centre just drafted into the squad a few weeks ago to cover the departure of, well, a number of Queensland Reds, including Isaac Lucas.
Set.
So first scrum of the day.
And a big question being asked at Gregory Terrace defence.
You can see there just Hayden Moses has gone into second row, and Kale Manu to open side flanker. So as we saw Manu shift into the back row in future years too.
A very talented 7, but I think just physical enough. He could have played anywhere in that back row, second included.
Fine. Set.
Nice solid scrum, good push by Nudgee. Toto finds Pasatoa. Sorry, beg your pardon. Phoenix Hunt.
Well, Nudgee escaped with that.
Just got a little bit of a mix up there, didn't they? So driving through, there's close to the line.
There it
Try
is.
time. Wow, there's nothing going on there, Darvo, and try time Nudgee.
Well, Brendan Bell, the hooker, getting his head down and driving hard, carrying over the line. And beautiful work from Nudgee College. Just a disciplined approach, paying dividends, marching up the field and slamming it home with a try to the front row forward.
Well, it's certainly been all Nudgee for the first 3.5 minutes, and the coach's word would be just get that 3.5 minutes out of your system and start again.
Thanks.
Not the start that Gregory Terrace would have been wanting, especially in front of that passionate crowd of current students. And you guarantee a few more old boys littered throughout the crowd as well. It's Harry Wilson, the reigning Australian schoolboys second rower. Some words of advice to his men as they make their way back to halfway. And what a stunning picture that is. That's really something, Michael Chettle. That is something.
It certainly is. So this is a pleasure of my first ever calling the game back in 2017.
This is your GPS debut, wasn't it?
It certainly was. And Mosey taking the catch, but driven back by Harry Wilson. Bullimore can't hold that ball, stripped out. Oh, great pass to the bullocking 14, Medicella Sorpia.
Oh, he's got to work hard, but he does very well.
Logran finding Wilson. This time, it's Terrace's turn. Kirk finding out the back door. Big cutout pass, flick pass, try time on the left-hand side. No, saved.
Ethan Robbins,
wow.
He's taken him out.
Number.
Hold the phone there, Nick Darvaniza. Is this a penalty try? It is too.
Well, the first touch of Glenn Vaihu's first 15 career coat hanger in the act of scoring a try. And Ethan Robbins sent to the bin for 10 minutes.
14.
Well, that corner has seen some drama over the years, hasn't it?
14, high tackle here. Last defender on the line. Winger otherwise in the corner. Foul play, go. Conversion.
Let's look at that, Darvo. In the first couple of minutes that Nudgee have lost a player through injury, with Josh Flute coming on, and now Robbins having 10 minutes in the bin.
And the whole movement for Gregory Terrace coming off the dominant Harry Wilson tackle, really putting Nudgee under the pump, and then the turnover comes one phase later. And a brand new rule from 2017. You see no conversion taken for the penalty try. First year that ever took place. So Nudgee and Terrace locked on 7-0.
We restart again. 6 minutes gone. It's 3 minutes each so far.
Oh!
Wow! Well,
Trouble in paradise. Kale Manu is gone.
well, you have to say there, Kale Manu certainly didn't have any eyes for the ball, and I think we might see another yellow, if not a red.
Thanks. Under control. So, unfair challenge in the air, taking him out. No intent to go for the ball. That's you as well.
Can I talk to your boys first?
Yeah. Just wait.
Well, you'd want to have some message, wouldn't you, if you were Nudgee skipper Phoenix Hunt? In the space of 1 minute, you've lost 2 players and a third to injury, as you say, Michael Chettle.
Well, this is when you really have to double down of 2-man overlap.
Yes.
But again,
Phoenix, captain.
And that Nudgee sideline in stunned silence.
well, the Gregory Terrace crowd certainly letting Kale Manu know.
Well, a test of Nudgee's character early on in the 2017 GPS rugby season.
The middle blue, step off.
Well, you don't see many times down near the scoreboard, down the bottom, two yellow lines. Great graphics.
It's rugby league on Ross Oval for the first time since the 1920s.
Off the top, we play on. Low Grand, finding some runners, but gets mixed up Wilson. And with that, Ford Stevens as well.
Well, I think Gregory Terrace is guilty of having a peek. They saw the space available for them outside and just couldn't organise it.
It does put you in a little bit of a false sense of security sometimes. You want to try to spin the ball as fast as you can, but trying to suck in those players, try to get in the numbers to the breakdown is the way to go.
So we need to drop one off the back of your scrum so that we're even. Yep.
And then divide that by 2 and minus +1 to get the numbers
So
right.
no weights. Crouch.
So I wonder if as he's calling Darvo, the dark arts here, just collapsing the scrum a couple of times, waste a bit of time.
And we see Harry Vella, the Nudgee, we had him in the number 3 jersey, he's packing a loose head.
Hunt with a pickup. Pasatoa kicks it ahead.
And Mark Gold.
On me, blue. On me.
Well, it was Glenn Vahu's second touch. It's gone much better than his first.
On the line. Stay there now.
He's escaped a big shot.
On the line, fellas.
So Vahu kicking into the crowd. And it must be deafening down there.
Isn't that in full voice?
So this is a good opportunity now for Nudgee, who are 2 men down, as we have mentioned, just to consolidate some ball and take some time off the clock.
And you see the Nudgee second 15 just behind with the best seats in the house.
So Bell goes short to Cannon. Pasatoa finds Small. Quite ironic, that name for a big 12.
Well, the future Parramatta Eels under 20 signing Joseph Small. Played number 8 in last year's team, has moved out to the centres this year to accommodate big Bailey Tautau, who's now with the Crusaders.
It's a big long looping pass, and that man we just spoke about. Now it's Jungler Bennett. In and away. He tries to get on the outside of Vahu.
Oh.
Well.
Come in. Don't ever come at me like that again. It's a totally different tackle. You hold your ground. It's a high shot around the shirt. He's having a crack. He's having to back off.
The difference being, of course, that Glenn Vahu was in the process of scoring a try, whereas Jungler Bennett had a bit of work to do.
Oh, just let the boys play. Head-high tackles all around. But you've got to ask the question there, and I do like how the referee Hoff really chats to the lads, and he's put his foot down and said that's enough.
Well, you're an experienced Super Rugby referee. You're not going to take that from a grade 11 winger, are you?
Wait. Get rid of it quick.
Okay, so
Well, Nudgee College making the absolute most of this men in the sin bin situation.
goes over the top there, Mosley. Mosley takes it down. Quick ball. Goes out to the scrum half. Comes back towards his forwards. Tackled well there by Gregory Terrace. Pick
I
and
think he
drive
might have
again.
been looking for Ethan Robbins on that blindside play, but he's off the field.
4. Off your hands, 4.
So pick and drive, good. Try time. That's another one close to the try line. Nudgee come away with more points. Well, it just seems to be the intensity at this breakdown here, Darvo. Nudgee's has been a little bit more intense.
Well, for Gregory Terrace, they'd be sitting there. They'd be a bit shell-shocked themselves. They've got the ultimate advantage, 2 men in the Nudgee sin bin. And they've just conceded again. Did you catch a try scorer, Chats? I certainly didn't.
One of the forwards, I think, because tell you what,
It might have been Brendan Bell, perhaps, number 2 on the day for him. Bailey Tata, well, our camera certainly thought it was him.
You guys got time for the cards?
And Rajan Pasatoa, the Western Australian-born, used to play for Joondalup over in the Perth club competition, and now donning the butcher stripes again, but this time for Nudgee.
one of the greats from Joondalup. One of the great clubs. Gets underneath it, but no, unsuccessful. So the score stays 12 points to 7. 2 men in the sin bin having a breather. Should have about another 8 or 9 minutes to go. 8 or so minutes, sorry.
Well, Pasatoa was the youngest professional rugby union player in the world when he made his Super Rugby debut for the Brumbies a few weeks ago, or months ago now.
Yeah, scrum half Kirk.
18 years of age.
Another big kick taken by Mosley.
No hands now.
Same players last time. Hunt, Bullimore. Bullimore just trying to get over that advantage line. Does so this time.
Hold that.
Phoenix Hunt's got a fantastic pass.
Take him back. Hold in front, Blue. Stop.
Well, been taken back inside the 22 and didn't get what they wanted on that one. It goes all the way back.
Oh, that's a misfire, absolutely, for Nudgee. A costly mistake with the Wolves knocking on your door, 2 men down, and time still to go on those yellow cards.
Well, I think the call from the sideline will be when you score some points, you want to be able to get out of your own half.
At the back there, open up, please.
Ethan Dobbins,
Open up.
that name rings around first 15 rugby for a while. Goes over the back. This time, Hunt again.
That's a nice kick from Phoenix Hunt. Watch this one roll.
Well, that's an absolute treat of a kick. Ball goes out. Well, he's taken it out too. Well, that is devastating.
Well, they say in American football, flipping the field with a punt. Well, hasn't Phoenix Hunt done exactly that? The beautiful kick and forcing the error from Tyrone Metasela-Suapai, the future Sydney Rooster.
Well, he looked up like he was shocked, but one hand on the ball and his foot wasn't out. So Tom Ford with a throw, right at the 22-metre line. Great sponsorship there by Rugby Unite for the referees. Fantastic. Mental health and rugby, great cause, but the ball's been turned over. Nudgee get back, they come out of there. Dobbins has a look around.
Well, I don't think Bullimore was going to pass, was he?
Sees some big bodies in front of him. Pasatoa finds Small. His player wasn't there. Inside runner, beats one. Small bodies against big bodies. Hunt finds Mosley again, been busy this afternoon. The open side flanker playing in the second row though, in the scrums. Ford. Coming back right to left. There seems to be a plan of attack. So Small gets on the outside, but again,
really good skills from Nudgee to recycle this ball.
You're exactly right. Phase play is sensational. Bell, one of the try scorers this afternoon. Nudgee have converted every time they've got up to this part, but referee says no, roll away.
Well, I think, yeah, pretty simple choice for Nudgee here. It's just wind down that clock a little bit more. Buy some time before you get Kale Manu The lock, who's now playing open side flanker, and Ethan Robbins, the right winger, back on the field.
From a Terrace side, it must be very, very frustrating. Nudgy's ball retention has been sensational. When they've only been once or twice they've miscued, but they've been very, very strong.
And even without the numbers on the field for which to move the ball to and support the breakdown, Nudgy a masterclass in keeping the ball alive for themselves.
You're right. A team with only 13 players might go back to 10-man rugby for a few up to when time off, but now they're spinning it, and one man comes back on the field right now. Sensational graphics down the bottom of the screen by our man Zach, producer extraordinaire.
And Harry Wilson, oh!
So
that was an impact.
Goes to Mosley.
Mate, I can't have you swinging down and not staying on your feet, please. You're fine, he's not.
Well, he said Mosley was okay, but Tom Ford coming over the top there. And this again, 3 times they've been down in this scenario, Darvo, and 3 times they've given Terrace an opportunity.
Well, Will Kirk, the younger brother of last year's scrum half, one of 3 Kirk brothers, all who played 9 for the Gregory Terrace first 15. The banana kick to get his side right on the doorstep. And look at this day.
Oh, great take.
Absolutely stunning.
Comes off the top, Logrand, finding some very good handy runners with Hawani Ford-Stevens. Wilson just taking the settler, but does some really good work.
No, not a settler, the offload.
Oh, he gets it away.
No.
Kirk finding the fly half, but no. That was Levi White and Mavega. Wow.
Well, you were robbed of a prop to prop. Well, we talk about big fellas. They don't come much bigger than Melbourne Mavega there, the grade 11 tight head. A hefty unit.
There you go, guys. Offside, please.
So, yeah, you're exactly right there. Vella packing in at loose head this afternoon against.
And how about Tom Ford, the former Queensland Reds under-15s representative? He's wearing tight head, or wearing loose head, packing a tight head and throwing in the lineouts. He's a confused front rower.
Hold your weight, please. There's too much.
Well, I still remember coming to this game on the day, Darvo. And I was told it would be busy. Gave myself a bit of time to get there. Had to park about 3 or 4 Ks away from the field because I had to walk for so long, try to get a coffee, couldn't get one, it was so long, and just an absolute
well, that's you're right, Shets. I mean, we've done a couple of these Battle of the Colours games. You do have to arrive bloody early just to find a park, whether you're at Tennyson's Internationals Oval or Nudgy's Ross. So we have our full numbers back on the field for Nudgy. Manu and Robbins returned from the bin.
Well, I mean, I know you get your car park at every game, so being the GPS.
Hey, I've got my spots, and I'm not telling you where they are, Jets.
Good idea. So Hunt with the ball. Ball comes out a bit dirty. Well, that was an ugly pass, but this could be a try time to Gregory Terrace. No.
Cam Howard held up.
On the line.
Wow, this has been a change of pace now. Terrace.
Look at the bum tappers all. Get in there, son.
Will Kirk, the scrum half, telling get in there.
Gregory Terrace, the ears perked up.
So Kirk looking around now. Jacob Stocker just gives it out to his scrum half. Ford-Stevens.
Oh, beautiful tackle.
Josh Fluke.
Majestic. Fluke in full flight.
Show and go by the second rower. The second rower, Stocker. Stocker, good fleet foot.
No. Well, Bailey Tautau stops him short.
Down the left-hand side. With an open try line.
Vaihu denied again.
Hold there, guys.
But no foul play in this one. Just foul hands.
Well, trying to come out of trouble now. That was breathe a sigh of relief. There, Nudgy College, but Hunt looking around finds Pasatoa. That's a 50-metre gain.
Geez, nudgy clearance kicks have been on point, haven't they, Jets?
Ralston certainly have been. Ralston looks around. Tries to take the contact. Mosley over the top. Great contact for an open side flanker. Wilson, there's the offload. We know him for now, even in Super Rugby. They're finding numbers down the left-hand side.
Oh,
well, Atkinson.
well, that might have been forward.
They even looked forward from over here, unfortunately. Great idea from Atkinson, but unfortunately.
And you see Gregory Terrace, a round of applause right in Dan Atkinson's face. Well, hasn't it been an entertaining 21 minutes, Chats? We have not taken a breath since kickoff. An absolutely fascinating clash. As you see the Nudgy coaching staff in the background, Jared Alexander, the head coach, Andrew Scottney, his trusty assistant. And they'll be relieved they got through that period unscathed.
So let's see now, great opportunity with a really wide chance now. Gregory Terrace with Will Kirk to feed.
We see the blonde locks of Will Roach at number 8. Playing number 8 here, but an open side flanker by nature. Went on to captain the Australian schoolboys to their win over New Zealand the following year.
Find your space, stability before the ball goes in, bring yourselves in, because now I will move to making decisions. Okay, it's in your hands, make the move, make the change. Here's your mark.
Stern talking to there. And funnily enough, a few of these Nudgy boys were his teammates on that day, beating New Zealand. Rajan Pasatoa, the fly half, Josh Fluke, the centre.
Let's get it done. Crouch.
On opposite sides of the field today.
Bind. Set. Steady.
So referees have a good chat to both front rows now. Oh, good scrum, but Kirk gets the ball out, low grand. Ford Stevens out the back. Here we go, Ralston finding Metasula Sapia.
Oh, there'll be some finishing from here.
Oh, that ball's not out. That's great work. Look at that.
Phenomenal strength.
Centimetres away. Wilson shows and goes.
Roll.
Can't beat Tom Ford. No grand again passing. There seems to be good numbers out here every time. Will Roach.
Out now, out. No.
Well, Nudgy, that was really sloppy by Gregory Terrace.
Oh, that might have been forward, but it's play on.
Oh, play on.
Great tackle, Barney Ford Stevens, cutting down Joe Small.
Joseph Small saw it. Oh! There's a bit of contact there.
Off your feet, straight on the
So there's the old sandbag.
Metasela Suapai was waiting for the much smaller Jungler Bennett.
Off your feet.
Well, the two of them now club teammates at Brisbane Brothers Rugby Club. Both of them returned from their stints in rugby league in Sydney to join Brothers. I'm looking forward to seeing them back in action when Premier Rugby rolls around in the next few weeks.
I know we got the issue of we got the great part about we're now in the future. You look at some of the players, the guys like Pasatoa, Bennett, the size they are in their first year or second year of first 15. We now know them in their last year. How much they bulk up and how much they really become, their bodies change and they get stronger over time.
Oh, testament to the gym work these boys do. They work so hard. Rugby season is no longer just a term 3 or term 2 thing. It's a year-long program, essentially. And for these elite boys, it's certainly, this could be something.
So round out to Metasula Sapia.
Oh!
Goes down. Toto.
Well, Gregory Terrace just cannot catch a trick right now. It would have taken some finishing for Tyrone, but there was no one in sight when he let go of that.
Yep, right. From the line out. Yeah. Righto.
Well, Brothers coached by Benny McCormack, I believe, in 2017. He'll be pulling his hair out, the future Randwick coach.
So we seem to be spending a lot of time down here. Terrace would really want to come away with some points being down this end of the field for so long. I can't remember the last time. We're in the nudgy half.
Bind. Set. Steady, Red.
Great camera angle here. We can see both front rows. Vella. Toto picking up.
Oh, there's some power.
Pushing away Cam Howard. But can't get away from Wilson.
Taken back. Hold in front, blue.
Pasatoa with a really large... That is a sensational kick.
That is a thumper.
Well, let me tell you, that there coming out of your own 22 under pressure. And that's exactly where you want to place that kick.
I reckon the West Coast Eagles would have been keen on that kick. Beautiful clearance. 22-22.
And as a forward, that's the one thing you want to see, looking up and seeing your fly half put a 60-metre kick in. Goes off the top. Low Grand takes it out in front of him.
Touch.
First time Dan Condon has really been mentioned this afternoon. The ball was touched.
Well, the cult hero from Gregory Terrace, Dan Condon, came back the following year and played a bit of six, actually. So a trip into loose forwards bodes.
Bell with an offload. That was a hooker to a prop. Bell into forward. Sorry, Darvo, I just needed to call that one there. Bully ball with a shimmy and a whoosh.
Well, there's some power in this nudgy back row, isn't there?
Great turnover by Ethan Dobbins. Really strong on the ball. That's what I love about rugby these days, Darvo. Just 1 to 15. There's a fight on the ground. It's great.
The contest for the ball is truly alive in every position.
Atkinson looking up. Atkinson shows and goes. There's no numbers of nudgy around the ball, but they're very good to get that back. Pasatoa, short hands on the right-hand side. That's Josh Fluke. Fluke gets around, jumps over one, can't beat another one.
Well, Nudgy now hunting for the space out wide.
Mosley needs some speed men there. Small finds a bullocking Bullimore.
Oh, what a
finds
pass.
out Bennett. Bennett sees in front of him Wilson. Jungle of Bennett. Great off the line defence by Will Kirk.
Well, how about Terrace scrambling to shut down a very dangerous situation.
Use.
Pick and drive. This is where Nudgy have had a couple of chops to this afternoon, and they've actually been successful every time. Well, there's 5 metres out, surely.
Hold on.
Oh, and the claret streaming from the face of Harry Wilson.
Use. Stay on your feet. Stay there. Hold there.
Phoenix Hunt doesn't want anything to do with it now. He says, you boys just do your work. Inching forward. Hunt now finds Pasatoa. Just a strike. Well,
Josh Fluke couldn't hang on, but it was a tough old chance.
and the ball's been turned over, gets out to the 22-metre line.
A brilliant carry from Cam Howard.
Low Grand, touched again. Rolling close to the 10-metre line.
Well, what can Jungle of Bennett produce from here?
Hey, swats off one, gets around another. Jungle of
here
Bennett.
he goes!
Bennett looking around. If he links up with Hunt.
He just couldn't find Phoenix Hunt.
So Hunt there goes in to clean out the ball. Well,
No,
no.
that's-
Hawani Ford Stevens. He just
And
saw it.
Bennett says, get up there!
Oh.
Well, you
Wow.
love that. Some of the great characters of GPS rugby over the last few years. Jungle of Bennett, heart on the sleeve, getting the crowd into it. And what a run.
Well, there was nothing going there. Jungle of Bennett got that ball around his ankles, beat 3 or 4. If he could just get inside the pass to Hunt, and Joseph Small was there also.
Well, earlier this week we featured the amazing try-scoring work of former Nudgy winger Steve Stiggy Bhatia. And I'll tell you what, there's some shades of that live wire running game in Jungle of Bennett, isn't there, Jets?
Oh, absolutely. There's certain players that you can see over time that are natural try scorers. And let me tell you, Jungle of Bennett
I'll
is
tell you
one.
what, the concern you have is, can a player that small really go on to higher levels of rugby and contribute? But I think if the story of Cheslin Colby at the World Cup says anything, you just know some of those players, that X factor, you can't leave them out of your team.
We've gone to the days where it's all about size. If you're good enough, you should be playing.
Byron!
Well, I just want to have a shout out to one of the big ones. And I know we call him Dan a lot, but Daniel.
I'll be there in
I've
a
now
second.
scratched that. So Daniel
So that
Atkinson
needs
at
to be better
fullback.
down in this quarter here, eh? That discipline
So
there.
Daniel,
A couple of hands,
I'm sure you're going to
releases,
enjoy the
under pressure.
rest of the call.
Right?
I think he'll enjoy this as much as he enjoyed giving it to Harry Vella during that stream. Well, they sat down, the Nudgy boys, earlier this week and watched the 2018 Grand Final and relived some of those classic memories.
So Will Kirk goes to the other side of the park this time. Just about
Nicely
5 minutes
diffused.
left.
Hold there.
Oh, what a half it's been. Oh!
Well, Kale Mano just could
Well,
not
what
handle
was
that.
happening there? It wasn't looking.
Well, it's been such an intense game, and I'd love to see the stats of how much time Terrace has been down this end, and that no one's really played in the middle of the field today. It's either been at one end of the field or the other.
Well, I think it's a product of Terrace spending a lot of time in the Nudgy 22, sure, but those booming clearance kicks, we've seen a couple from Hunt and Pasatoa, the Nudgy halves, really both teams adept at getting into the opposite side's territory. There's no trench warfare in the middle. It's all action.
Fine.
So Terrace will be really keen. They've had a lot of opportunity down here just to get away with more than 7 points this half.
Solid push.
Solid scrum.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
Well, on the Ides of halftime, can Terrace produce something to cut this 11-point deficit down as they head into the sheds?
that's some of the great trash talk in first 15 rugby. Tom Ford asking for some opposition in the scrum. How good's that? He's going against Levi White
Line.
on the right-hand side of the scrum.
Set. Steady.
Well,
Oh, a quick tap.
well, I think Vella just lost his footing there. A bit unfair, but Hawani Ford-Stevens takes it quickly.
Well, hasn't he been industrious, the inside centre for Gregory Terrace?
Hands right at first.
Well, there we go. The ball was taken away, but comes back. Wilson tries to go back inside.
Oh.
Flicks again. Kirk. Great ball and all tackle.
Hold it.
Logrand just hasn't ran at all this afternoon.
Blue.
The number 10, he's passed all day. There goes a boot.
A falcon, a shoe
Not
falcon.
supporting your body weight.
We've got to cut that up, get in the archive.
Logrand inside to Dobbins. Dobbins still rolling with the ball. Kirk.
Oh,
Stocker just couldn't keep that flow going.
Number
Oh, but a
4 on the
penalty.
feet. Number 4.
well, I think you got to go for the line. Soak up the numbers and let this back line, let it sing.
Post.
Well, I have to say, with just under a minute to go, coming away with at least 3 points. That's, I mean, I know it's not a lot, but it's something.
Well, it probably gives the boys some breathing space, which they'll need. They've been on their feet all half. I mean, Hawani Ford-Stevens has put his hand up for some tough carries. Harry Wilson damaging in tight and keeping that skill game alive.
And that's what we're going to say. We watched him a few weeks ago, and even in the wet, he loves to offload the ball. And that's, don't ever take, and I'm glad he's doing that in Queensland rugby now, because we need someone like that to have a chance. He's got to, you're going to muck a few up. But I tell you what, the ones that come off are going to be absolutely sensational.
Well, I think the big thing for Wilson is reining in that, he has all the skill in the world to offload. It's about picking his moments, stashing it for the moment where it really can break apart a defence instead of just, shoveling excrement on, as some others would say. I think he's got that balance right, and it's why he's now Australia's Super Rugby Player of the Year.
Well, I think we need to have that kind of X factor, don't you? That kind of X factor as a running forward.
Oh, I agree. I agree completely. I think there's lots of talk about rugby league sniffing around rugby union's best talent. Well, wouldn't they love to get a piece of Harry Wilson with that offloading game?
Just
Definitely one we want to keep around.
Just under half-time, ball goes deep. Good
Nice work.
beating the first defender.
Ooh.
Ugly pass, but great pick-up. Wilson has a Mavinga.
Oh, he has spilt it.
Well, nothing wrong with that there.
Well, bit of push and shove. We spoke a little bit through the course of this GPS jumping in our time machine, we've talked about some of our favourite players, or my favourite players, which I guess, to watch. Harry Wilson, absolutely a lock for locking that, of my all-time favourite GPS players.
Well, we look at halftime, 18 points to 10. I have to say, Nudgy really converting points right down on the try line, but Terrace a bit frustrated not to have more points than 10.
Tension there before the ball goes. Clean it up. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll come back to your side.
Well, how good's that? Rowan Hoffman, just a halftime break, providing some guidance, some leadership, telling the boys what's what.
So here we go.
It's a tough gig being a referee at this level. I think you got a lot of boys, driven on by hormones and testosterone, but you've got to keep on track.
That's it. So Kirk to restart this next 35-minute stanza. Nice, long, deep kick. Taken out there on the full, but goes all the way back. So option is scrum, re-kick or line out.
Cerebral play from Ethan Robbins, just knowing where the line was, knowing what he could do with that.
Good little trick play we've seen before. Take the ball out, everyone runs to the halfway line. You have a quick line out on the sideline here. It's an old school play. But not the start you want coming for Terrace.
Which side do you want?
Well, you got to get off the cricket pitch of Ross Oval.
Right. There you go.
I'll tell you what, it wasn't a fun cricket ground to play on, Chets. It was a tiny boundary around Ross Oval.
Not good for
as
you.
As a not very fast bowler, I spent a lot of time being sent back to that boundary.
I thought you might have been a quick runner between wickets.
Crouch!
No, I wouldn't go that far.
I'd have to say.
Set. Steady.
Look at this shot here. Look at the Nudgy boys in the background.
Red. Not pushing.
School footy at its best.
Wow.
On the line.
I'll tell you what wouldn't you give to play in front of a crowd in an atmosphere like this, Michael Chettle? So
Phoenix Hunt finds Mosley. Has been very busy this afternoon, the open side flanker. Pasatoa, inside ball to Small.
And brilliant ball and all tackle from Nudgy, from Terrace, I should say.
Charlie Round cleans up. Oh, great tackle.
Hold it.
Well, I'm very lucky to be tipping upside down a little bit. Oh, the unders by Wilson, but kicks ahead. Look at the speed here by Vehu. Vehu putting pressure on Pasatoa.
Oh,
that's got to be a penalty.
That's
wow.
Well, Rajan Pasatoa could be in some trouble.
Oh, yellow card. Come on.
Is that rugby league to throw it out like that, I think? Well, Gregory Terrace's captain, Ronnie Ralston, could be making a case for another card.
Yeah.
If not for the...
Yeah,
he did get a card.
Yeah, he was carded.
Oh, I missed that. Well, there you go.
Well, the referee had no hesitation to go to the card there.
No, it must have been fast.
He had the cheese out very quickly.
Well, 3 yellow cards in one match for Nudgy.
Goes over the back, gets well taken. This is a great opportunity early in the half. There's the ball right there. It's got to be a try, surely.
There
try
it is.
time, Terrace. Wow. Look at the emotion there. Oh. Well, it looks like there.
So I think it might have been Malvin Mavega with the strapped up boots at the bottom of the rolling maul.
Well, that was a perfectly set up driving maul there. Perfect opportunity. Well, for those of you who don't know, in rugby union, obviously, you just can't throw the ball out intentionally. Kick it out, fumble it out, no worries at all, but throwing the ball out, and as these blokes here should know that.
Well, not a mistake you'd ever expect Rajan Pasatoa to make again.
Get him.
This is one way to learn that in front of a crowd of thousands. How good's this?
Strikes it. Oh, there you go. We couldn't see it, but the kids could certainly see it. How good. And that's what I love about listening to these. If you can't see the kick, you certainly get told pretty soon.
Exactly. Well, for Terrace, they couldn't convert. 2 opportunities with the man in the bin in the first half. It's taken less than a minute. They've got one in the second.
Big kickoff by Hunt. Again, this.
Well, double knock on. We'll go back to the scrum.
Yeah, these restarts haven't been the cleanest this afternoon. So
I still marvel, Chets, at the level of skill in this game.
Okay. All right. Especially yourself.
Absolutely sky high.
yeah, it is very, very good. And as we can see over the years, that
Hold that hit as well, eh?
the younger, they're getting, I know I'm getting older, but the young fellas getting younger and more agile and more athletic. And you see a guy like Harry Wilson, like I know we keep saying it, but second rower running in the third channel of the field never gives it unders pass. Like, it's just confidence they can do it. So Phoenix Hunt with the feed. He's pressured by his opposite number.
Work.
Oh, great 9-on-9 action. Wow.
Let it go.
Well, aren't they fired up, Gregory Terrace? Well, take a bow. Young Will Kirk.
Gee, there's not much of him, but he punches well above his weight as well. So Dobbins has lost the strapping around the ears. Charlie Round off the top. Kirk finds Condon. Seems to go on the first receiver. Beats one.
That's a nice strong carry from Cam Howard.
Great run.
And it's soaked up some numbers. Oh,
Ball goes down. Trying to get.
Goosey.
Oh, we nearly had a hooker to a prop, but no. Stocker.
Let it go. No advantage.
Well, Dobbins is a bit roughed up in back play.
In the air. Knocked on.
Yeah, he's in a world of pain. And he's got to back up for a scrum.
Red scrum.
It's just a stinger. Oh, that's what you do. You just kick out the pain.
And we see these youngsters in the Nudgy grandstand on the sideline. Who among them will climb the ranks and take this field in the next few years?
Set. Steady.
So 18 points to 17. Terrace scoring just after half time. Kirk. Low Grand. Ford Stevens. Well, they've got the numbers on the left-hand side. Here we go. Vehu. Vehu's got some pace. Vehu inside. He gets tackled close to the line. It's only a matter of time now, you would think. Wilson cleaned over the top by Will Roach. He's played very well this afternoon. Roach very tight. Low Grand. Oh, try time to the winger. Coming in, looking around for some work. And leaves Nudgy defence in his tracks. Nick Darvaniza, we've got a game on our hands.
Well, Nudgy College staring down the barrel of a deficit for the first time this match, 42 minutes in. And just couldn't hold on under the weight of the Terrace onslaught. As the big body of Tyrone Metasela Suapai, he came back the following year, but this time as a number 8. And some of that power absolutely on display there. And a nice simple chance for Will Kirk to convert as well.
Well, I tell you what, going just before half time where Terrace couldn't take a trick, could they? They've come out second half, all guns blazing.
Well, they say it's the 5 minutes either side of half time, and I think we can blow it out to 8 minutes for Terrace here, but they've killed it since coming out from the sheds. Our kick cam.
They'll tell the story.
But I think they're side on. They haven't got the best view of it. They like it anyway.
We go back to the grand final of TSS v Nudgee, and when Pasatoa was standing right in front of the TSS crowd, they all went very quiet. You could actually tell that it was going all the way through, wasn't it?
Well, what a match we have brewing here. 25 minutes to play.
So just outside the 22-metre line.
He's heavy set, isn't he? It's a powerful frame, Cam Howard.
Cam Howard still going. Howard still running through. Great restart. That's what the doctor ordered. Low Grand now puts it onto the right boot. Finds the dirt. And you're right, Darvo. Both fly halves this afternoon have really kicked well.
Well, I think for Terrace, a sigh of relief that Jungler Bennett passed that.
Kirk looking around. Tries to double pump it. Good numbers to Vehu again. Vehu, left foot step. Shimmy and a whoosh. That is sensational. He's still going. Vehu get taken by Bullymore.
Well, the Melbourne Rebel, hard to put down.
Wilson in contact but gets it out. Tries to show and go. That's Vela.
Gee, the skill on display is top notch.
Harry Vela taking the hit up.
Oh, well, that one went forward.
Low Grand. Metasula. Sapia. Sorry. Sorry about your last name. I beg your pardon. Wilson. Oh, Harry Wilson.
That
he gets the offload off the ground. Goes
and Terrace queuing up.
Howard, who started it all before.
Oh, trailing. Flirting with the touchline, but it's back.
Oh, Wilson, he wants more. He's hungry. Terrace have come out all guns blazing from this last restart. The big fella.
There he is!
Well, that's his second for the afternoon. That started from a kickoff.
And Gregory Terrace, the little brothers, the underdogs, are pulling clear of Nudgee College on Ross Oval. They haven't won here since 1981, and their tails are up. They think they're on their way back.
Well, I do remember this now from a couple of years ago. Melvin Mavaiga, he did have a double. Wow, it's exciting.
The beauty of a rivalry. Ancient in terms of schools. 1891, these sides first played in the infamous Battle of the Colours to decide who would keep the blue and white St. Joseph's Sporting colours. Nudgee won that match. They kept the blue and white. Terrace adopted the opposite. And it's been on for all money ever since. See young Ollie, the face of the modified rugby program in Queensland. A talisman for Terrace rugby over the years. Well, some work to be done for Nudgee College, trailing by 13 with 20 minutes to go.
21 points since half-time for Terrace. Well,
that's the start they wanted, Nudgee.
Big contact. Ball hits there. Bullymore there. Picks up. Looks around. Good centre of balance by the blindside flanker.
The Emerald-born Brisbane Bronco loses it.
Oh, charge down. The referee comes all the way back.
No advantage.
Wow, let me tell you, this has been a breakneck speed.
What a passage of play it's been. And this is your debut, your first ever game.
Well, and I thought, how good would this be if every game's going to be like this?
But I tell you what, don't they have a tendency to be like this, don't they? The Battle of the Colours. The stakes always sky high.
There you go. Red ball. Keep working on that stability, fellas.
So we've seen fresh legs come out here, Darvo. Some really big name for the future too.
Yep, future Reds under-20s rep Francis Sulisiasi coming in on the loosehead side, replacing Harry Vela. And meanwhile, Nudgee, you've got Rajan Pasatoa back from the sin bin.
Stand up. So I need you to come up further. because you're too far backwards and we're setting up like that, all right? So if I could just get you to come a little bit further forward, eh? Help me out.
Yep.
Tom Ford, very serious character, looks like there.
Silva Siasi, the former, I believe it was Coomba State High School, one of Queensland's great rugby league nurseries down on the Gold Coast. Trading the colours for rugby union.
Crouch!
And now he's climbed all the way to the top. He's an Australian under-20s representative, or would have been if not for COVID.
Steady!
Damn you, COVID. For everything.
It just shows some of these boys from outside the GPS system just need that opportunity, and they too can progress all the way through.
Oh, grand fine there, just down that right, left-hand channel, sorry. Contact can still keep moving. No player on top. Wilson again. Just seems to get on his front every time. Gives great ball for
Hold in
Kirk.
front. Winger is on.
Again.
Well, another ripper kick.
Ripper kick. Daniel Atkinson. Good work.
Hold two.
Gets out to the rampaging winger. Ralston.
Gee, there's been some questionable forward passes in this game, haven't there?
Ralston finds the dirt. Byron Ralston.
Don't throw it out.
Hold. 6.
That's a great purchase on the return kick, but just a little bit of kicking duel. Oh,
Well,
it's
I
a
think they need-
sensational kick.
Yeah, a monstrous kick. I think both teams really did need that chance to slow things down, give the forwards a chance to catch their breath, rearm themselves for another big push.
Come on in, boys.
And Terrace, the short line out with Harry Wilson running at 12.
Goes over the top, just a little bit too much. Hunt. Hunt shows and goes. Wilson looking for a big intercept with those long arms. Manu.
No hands
Manu
now.
just
Let it go.
getting over that advantage line. Oh,
There
good
you go.
contact. Sensational contact, Dan Condon.
And forces the knock on.
Really getting under the rib cage of Nudgy.
Cam Howard's
Cam
tough
Howard.
to stop
Hold
again,
down,
like a miniature rhinoceros.
Hold in front. Advantage is over.
Low Grand again with a big kick, but this time finds Daniel Atkinson.
He's a smooth athlete, isn't he? Oh, the sniper got him.
Oh, got him. Atkinson again. Atkinson looking around. Atkinson
Behind in 6.
just shows and goes, but tackled by Will Roach. Hunt looking around. There's numbers on the left-hand side. Oh! There it is. Wow.
What a shot!
Well, that was danger all over.
He'll still be feeling that in 2020.
Keep pushing.
Will Kirk looks around.
Oh, he's got off the deck somehow.
There's drama everywhere. Ralston finds a prop. Levi White. Just time to settle things down. It's been breakneck speed. 52 minutes gone. There's a two big.
Oh, the Queensland Red tackled by the Brisbane Bronco.
Two big dogs provide. Oh, charged down by Hunt. The ball kicks up, but it bounces nicely. Here it is there for Robbins. Robbins presents the ball well. There's time here. Finds Toto. Toto gets around two. Oh, great tackle there.
How's the footy?
Wow.
Oh,
Charging
that's a penalty.
through. Oh, there's contact everywhere. Wow.
This is not a rugby match, this is WWE.
There was no shoulders, there was arms, there was everything. I forgot how good this was. Wow, that was great work.
Well, the end of all that, Nudgy College, red hot and on the attack.
Let's come back again every week to watch this. This is sensational.
Oh,
So,
this is going... I won't finish that sentence.
Tom Ford with the throw. Time to settle things down a little bit. So Ford taking his time. Takes it well. Don't want to take the contact this time. Running rugby by Small.
Great tackle.
Oh, yeah, Will Roach again. Coming back to the right. Just coming inside there for Pasatoa. You could see they were just trying to open up the inside channel. Hunt out there to Manu. Manu can't beat again Will Roach. think that was the big thing with Roach, is he sticks his defence.
Hold it.
Oh, just misses that one. Unfortunately, that was Stocker. Flick out the back. Probably not the worst result. Gets by Pasatoa. Pasatoa with Legrand. Good defence. Flick pass. With fresh legs.
Leave it now.
Sulasia.
Ball's out.
Ball comes to Harry Wilson.
Ball's
Comes
out.
with
No
a
hands, no
stray
hands,
boot.
Stay there.
Again.
Well, as willing as the Nudgee runners are, the Terrace
hold
defence
there,
is
back nine,
equally
nine.
so.
Yeah, the Terrace defence is really forcing Nudgee to play their hand early.
Release 2.
That is Will Roach, who's come into his real element now in the last few minutes, Will Roach. So Brendan Bell at the back supporting the runners.
George!
Here we go.
Back
This
on
is
the
some
line.
real momentum for Nudgee.
George!
Well, he's had a second
Hold
chop at
it.
it. That's Tom Ford. There's going to be a try. No. Bullimore, yes. Try time.
There it goes.
Well, I thought Tom Ford might have muffed that there, Darvo, but Bullimore with that momentum shift.
Well, you think Terrace might be appealing for a double
Don't
movement,
need to hear that. Somewhere
wriggling to place the ball, but he's entitled to do that, Ethan Bullimore. A fair try and a simple shot for Pasatoa.
Well,
And could you believe it, the drama takes another step onwards. What a match of football.
Yeah, with the referee being right there as well, he obviously said that the momentum took him over the line, which is, we've seen in many games these days, they've called for double movements, but the Hoff being right there.
Or not releasing, we should say. It's technically the rule, but absolutely a double movement is what it is. Just keeping you honest, mate, that's all.
Rule set.
But
Rule
I'll tell you what.
17.3. Hang on a second, Darvo. Let's get out the rule book.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you've made it this far, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. The best is yet to come. 15 minutes to play, 6 points the margin, and an all-time classic approaching its conclusion.
Kick off by Kirk. Goes to Harrison Cannon. Just coming out of trouble, charge down straight in the face of Logrand. He'll wear that.
Off your ankles, off your boys, mate.
They're just coming out of trouble. Kale Manu. Manu taking an extra couple of yards. Hunt finding some running fresh legs of Pasatoa. Again,
There's the knock.
Bullimore finds Robbins.
I'll tell you what, how about the composure as well from Pasatoa? Grade 10, first year at his new school. And playing at this level.
Finds Small.
No
Just
hands!
as a fly half, just giving a big body that ball early. Nudgee seen a lot. Nudgee just seen a lot. I was about to say Nudgee have seen lost their way just a touch.
Well, it's those momentary lapses in concentration that have just scuttled Nudgee at almost every turn in this second half. In the first half as well with those yellow cards. Little breaks in focus.
Well, Darby, you talk about obviously Pasatoa being year 10, first year in first 15. Obviously, they coach like Andrew Scottney, Premier Grade fly half, Queensland Red fly half. A lot of experience there. And I know Scott's over the years and very good communicator as well, Andrew Scottney. So he's got a good mentor there on the sideline.
Crouch!
Well, Pasatoa will go on to raise the GPS trophy at the end of this year.
Set!
One of only a handful of grade 10 fly halves able to do it. And one of the last was Elton Flatley at Nudgee College back in 1993.
So Dan Condon's straight running, a straight running 13. Nothing better than that. You can see Nudgee just trying to stop that second, third pass getting out to the outside channels. Oh, turnover. Knock on though. Kirk finds Will Roach.
No, you made a good one. No hands, 7, leave it go.
That's a brief advantage.
Not looking around. Atkinson.
Hold there, on the line.
Atkinson with well-placed ball.
Advantage over. Hold 6.
Pasatoa finds the dirt, bounces up well for Kirk. Ronnie Ralston Looks around. Beats the tackle of Toto. Messy ball, but yeah, manhandle 9 on 9. Here's Bullymore. Bullymore looking around.
Leave now, Red.
Wow, what a turnover.
Hold it.
Oh, Nudgy queuing up on the left. Oh, fluke!
Wow. Well, just that little offload couldn't hit the target. Big time. Nick Darwin jumping out of his seat.
I nearly lost my headphones. I stepped on my cord.
Wow.
I'm more out of breath than they are.
Well, this has been sensational stuff by Nudgy. Finding some opportunities down the left-hand side, but just couldn't convert.
How wonderful that a match of this quality preserved on tape.
10 to go.
And striking distance 31-25. Ross Oval, 2017. Round 1.
Mine! Set!
And you hear the crowd. Oh,
Straight across.
well.
You got to push straight in.
Well, gee, I'll tell you what, that is a real pressure reliever for Terrace. Coming out of there, just out of near their 22-metre line.
Well, and an opportunity to launch their next attacking raid.
Pick up the run. He's gone way, he's about 10 metres in front of the last breakdown, so we're going to play away. Advantage over. It was a knock on, mate, so. Where you are?
And this is where, as a young player, Dove, if you're in your second year of first 15, trying to explain to the young fellas their first year, just do what we've been doing, just concentrate. And that's really hard to do in front of a crowd of this level.
I tell you what, for these Nudgy boys who've backed up year and year again, they go into those pressure cooker moments like against the Southport School the following year even. It's games like this that have really played a massive part in their development.
So Charlie Round just couldn't take that ball down. Toto, the body of the big number 8 going through.
Stay last feet.
Great through the gate there, well done. Oh no.
Collapse ruck, don't
Well,
take
these
that
Nudgy
right.
supporters, they won't sit down again for the rest of this match.
Well, came through the gate but couldn't keep his feet, unfortunately. I've always questioned that ruling. If there's no one else around, and let the boys play.
Just keep playing. I've got 8 to go.
So Phoenix
Well,
Hunt.
a grandstand finish inbound. 6 points of difference, 10 minutes to play. And Nudgy College once again knocking on the door. They're not rushing this now.
So Tom Ford with a throw. Just under 7.5 minutes to go.
10, go 10, go 10.
Mosley takes it in,
Ball.
and the maul is set well. Terrace player underneath there, yeah, every day of the week, Ethan Dobbins. That's all he could do, though.
It's your advantage, Blue.
So reloading, Hunt
Small.
taking his time. Small, controlling that ball well on the ground. Daniel Atkinson taking the ball through.
And eats a big shot.
It was good contact. Atkinson real still feeling that one.
Oh, Wilson!
Harry Wilson
Bang!
under the ribs again.
And backs up for the second tackle.
So Ford with the pick and drive, slowing things down. That's a really good 3 or 4 yards. Body height here has to be good.
We're just going back. So it's your penalty. Number 2.
Well, let me tell you, there was some big contact there with Atkinson coming in, chiming in the back line.
You see the Nudgy first team coach, Jared Alexander, signalling instructions.
Someone has to go get that ball.
The biggest game of many of these young players' careers, to date at least. But a raft of penalties now really giving Nudgy the ascendancy.
So let's see if Terrace defend this line out now or just
hold,
want to take the
just
sack
hold
with Tom Ford.
And just, fellas, at the front, let's open up the gap.
So Melvin Maviga having a spell. Just went off the back there, so he deserves it. 2-try hero this afternoon. Again, they go to the number 7, but, well, Charlie Round takes that one like a thief in the night. Great pressure by Nudgy, but Legrand equal to the task, but sensationally taken in the crowd.
Well, Gregory Terrace, a sigh of relief, but they're not out of the frying pan yet. Still inside the 22. So they won back some hard-earned meters. They've got more to come.
Well, here we go again. They've had 3 chops of it so far. So Tom Ford, will he hit? Try to hit Mosley again. They were equal to it for Cam Howard with Charlie Round this time. Toto goes up. Ball
And a
comes
knock on
down.
Terrace. Well, the clock ticking down now. Nudgy running out of time to produce a miracle.
Got 5 to go. So just need you to straighten up and just push straight. Don't go across. Okay? No penalties.
So
Yeah, Rowan Hoffman, I don't want to penalise you. I just want to let you boys sort it out.
Crouch!
well, they learnt last time, sort of, I see, if he does it again,
Bind!
I'll tell you, wouldn't be too happy,
Set! Steady!
especially when you've actually got the feed.
Behind the ball.
Hunt feeds it. Toto. It's going to be a bit of miscommunication there. Toto can't beat. Again, Will Roach.
Hold here.
Terrace doing well to slow that down.
Bullymore goes through to the side. Bennett looking around. Jungler Bennett beats one. Can't beat.
Oh, into the teeth of Tyrone. Oh, well, there's your Gordon Tallis moment.
So Tyrone Metasula-Sapia. He saw the small frame of Bennett coming at him and ate him up for breakfast.
That's the dancing feet. Only work so well if you've got them on the ground.
Hey.
Tyrone Metasula-Sapia solved that problem by picking him up. Like a worm wriggling on the end of a fishing hook.
Dobbins throws into Stocker. Coming out of trouble. That's a good left foot kick. That's what the doctor ordered. But hits the man Atkinson at the back. Jungler Bennett looking around. He sees a wall of red in front of him. Back to Atkinson. Atkinson throws out to Robbins.
Oh!
Robbins with contact. There, round the head is the aggression of Will Roach. Roach comes through. No, beg your pardon. Sorry, Dan Condon.
There you go, Hawani Ford Stevens. And the feeling is not missing any between Nudgy and Terrace.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know this game was a few years ago, but I felt that now. Well, that's a great exit. 3 lineouts that Nudgy had in Terrace's 22. And when you look up now, Terrace into Nudgy's half.
Yeah.
That's Glenn Vaihu getting his, looks like his hammy stretched out. Cramps setting in. 3 minutes to play. Terrace have to hold on a little bit longer.
So yeah, the 3 minutes to go. 1 try away, Nudgy.
Well, a try and a conversion. Keeping you honest, mate, keeping you honest. As we see the Nudgy boys.
If it's just a cramp, I can't keep waiting. Time on.
First game of the season, these boys had to work very, very hard.
I was going to say, no one denies any player going down with a cramp at this game. So here we go, the last stanza.
I like that.
Crouch!
You can have that one next time if you like.
Poetry.
So Kirk with the feed.
Set! Hold!
So Roach at the back.
And these schoolboys just have not let up all day long.
Here we go. Good crash ball. Ford Stephen into Condon. Good running. 13, as I said before. Stocker shows and goes. Just seems to be now.
Stay on your feet. Make sure you stay on your feet.
Hold that ball for the next 2 minutes. Is that the play? Body height wasn't the greatest there by the
And Nudgy forcing back.
Yeah, young man there.
And more cramps in the background. Matt Legrand.
Well, this is where you need your fly half directing traffic, and yeah, you're right. Levi White.
Last feet, Luke.
And this is frustrating for Nudgy. They just got to force an error.
Well,
Make
Terrace,
sure.
they are grinding out for the win. They just need to hold on for another minute and 20 seconds.
Wow, Hayden Mosley over the top of the ball. Mosley, you have just given your team an opportunity. Double pumps to the left-hand side. And that is Pasatoa going down.
Well, the timeliest of turnovers. Hayden Mosley, he went on to record some 26, I believe, turnovers through the course of this season. He set a GPS record, and that was the biggest of them all.
Well, look at this, Pasatoa coming towards the further away sideline. That's confidence for you. So Nick Darvaniza, just a minute and a half to go. 31-25.
What magic could be in store next? I haven't the faintest idea.
Check your numbers, Red. Check your numbers.
Well, I'll tell you what happens. Oh, sorry, let's just keep watching.
You'll find out, mate. Come on.
So, Ford with the throw. Goes short. No contest at the front. Fluke there. Just takes a settler. Running back is Bullymore. Bullymore takes a good hit. Over the top is Ford Stevens. Just offloading small to...
And we are in final play.
So the ball is loose. Comes out to Pasatoa.
Could this be
Pasatoa
it?
finds Bennett. Jungle of Bennett beats one. Bennett. Bennett. Jungle of Bennett. He beats another. Bennett out to Robbins. Robbins. He'll score! Wow! What about that one?
Nudgy College, the Heartbreakers. Gregory Terrace on the floor. They can't believe it. They need to hold on for 30 seconds. And a kick.
I was going to say, you got me before the kick to come. What could this mean?
Well, if you love drama, turn off Bold and Beautiful. Turn off your home and away.
What? Huh? Never. Oh, sorry. Keep going. So here we go. So Rajan Pasatoa, how's this, Nick Darvaniza? Your first game as a first 15 fly half kicking.
Grade 10 at a school that's more than 100 years old. The famous jersey worn by so many of the Nudgy greats.
So let's just kick back and listen and watch.
Oh, the grandstand arms and arms as well.
And he missed it. Hold the phone.
Again. You're yelling. Back you go. You cannot yell and scream. Charging down.
No.
No charge down. Back you go.
No. Nudgy College will kick again.
They cannot yell and scream as they're charging out.
That was the crowd, sir. You've got to come from our perspective. We're not going to yell.
Excuse me, listen, I'm standing right here. They're running towards me, yelling and screaming. That was out. Was that out?
Well, if we
It was out. Yeah.
just go back to that when Pasatoa
Yeah,
coming
no
in
more
for the
charge,
kick,
thanks,
Darvo. There was a couple of the
He's
terrace
exactly the same
lads
spot.
did yell, which we can't do. So Pasatoa gets a re-kick, no charge down at all, so he gets free reign.
So for Gregory Terrace, their hearts are in their mouths. They've got to sit back and watch and see if this kid from WA can end the match for Nudgy.
No charge, Red. No charge.
Wow, you could just tell by the big smile on Rajan Pasatoa's face. That was never going to miss. Nick Darvinisa, you called it early. Nudgy winning 32-31 in the Battle of the Colours 2017.
Well, a match that didn't lack for drama all the way through. And of course, how else are we going to finish? The grade 10 kid on the buzzer-beating conversion.
Well, I have to say, it gives me great memories of when I had my first debut calling this game back in 2017. I thought, is every week going to be like this? And I'll tell you what, this is one of the great games of rugby.
One of the great games of rugby, absolutely. Ross Oval, if that grandstand could talk, what memories could it share? Generation of Nudgy boys, they live for their rugby. It's a rugby school through and through. There's no one it means more to than these first 15 players who've emerged from 70 minutes of battle with the win.
Congratulations, Nudgy.
So wow, Nick Darvinisa, that was one of the great games of schoolboy rugby, and it was only round 1 in 2017, so we know some big names down the track. So we know we speak about the big names like Pasatoa and a few other names there, but Darvo, this really is, as we keep saying every week, a good breeding ground of all different sports where these young men learn how to deal with pressure, and they did well today.
Well, from this game alone, 10 future professional athletes in rugby league and rugby union have emerged. And you just think how great an opportunity for them to learn, to experience, as you say, Chets, the pressure, the atmosphere. There's no better way, I reckon, than to prepare yourself for a career in the spotlight than to play on a field like Ross Oval in a game like the Battle of the Colours.
Well, that's it for this afternoon. We'll let you kick back and watch the celebration. You can see the emotion there on the young men's face. So
there's Ryan Shepherd, middle of the field, the winger. He should have been playing today, but out injured.
We'll leave you the pictures of Nudgy victorious 32-31 on Ross Oval 2017. Good afternoon and enjoy these wonderful pictures.
The winners of the GPS Cup today go to Nudgy. Congratulations, Nudgy College.